while I speak. So yeah, hi, I'm Ta the Healer, aka the Hood Doc, aka Tatiana Merriweather, well, best known as, not aka. This has been weighing heavy on my mind for quite some time, but because of so many circumstances that I have been through, I felt as though I needed to remain quiet, especially because I didn't feel anyone would take my side or understand what I meant by the things that I went through. In 2007, homosexuality wasn't as open as it was before. A lot of people didn't understand it, and it wasn't as broadcast as it is now. Um, as I put on my Facebook, my social media, my dream back then was always, for some reason, and it always has been in my third eye. I've always been very spiritual, very in tune with myself, even more so before the military. That might be another story. But so I had that dream of living in the country, but like the real country, not like down south, but like the real country. Having a nice little house, having a little literally a study to smoke weed. And as I put on my social media, even back then I wasn't a weed smoker. I barely even I didn't really smoke at all. I tried smoking because that was what we did in the hood. That's, to have fun. But it wasn't something that I did or I cared to do or anything of that nature. When I went to the military, I was not told anything. And it's nothing like how it is now, where, our intelligence we have and wisdom, we do have to thank the internet for, because if it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for the fact that we were able to stay connected and more people opened their mouths about what was going on, or whatever simple arts and crafts that they can do, that was their creativity. If it wasn't for something where we were able to have that collective consciousness, we wouldn't be at this day and age that we are now. We wouldn't be like, fuck Trump, look at what he's doing. We probably would have been like, he's a bad guy. That's about it. We wouldn't talk about nothing. We wouldn't be open to saying certain things that other people might not agree with. And I'm very happy to be able to be in a decade where we can open our mouths and explain what is going on to us, because in the early 2000s, we did not have that. We were still trying to figure out if internet was really going to be a big thing, or if it was going to catch on, because a lot of people didn't even understand the internet at that point. We everything was about the World Wide Web. We didn't call it the internet back then, if I'm not mistaken. So, as I said, when I signed up, my signing up was truly because I knew that I can leave after 20 years and be retired, so I'd be able to retire before anyone else. I was in JROTC, and it changed my freaking life. It opened up my mind into something that I wasn't ever aware of. And then actually being in it is completely different from what they tell you. They don't tell you absolutely everything that you go through, or how they treat you, or just the simple fact of the matter. If you enlist, that's it. You basically sold your soul to the government. That's You sign that piece of paper, and that's it. You are the government's property, literally. Drill sergeants have said this to me to my face. You signed it. You are our property now. Mind you, the guy that I saw was from, I think he was from Newark. So he was grimy just like most people from North because that's just what we're taught. I'm not, it's not everyone is like that, but it is something that is attempted to be embedded in us to be angry motherfuckers and get the best out of everyone. But I didn't realize until I actually was put into the real basic training, because when you first are taken to your basic training, I'm sorry, I try to forget all the lingo because I was very angry with them. But before we actually got into the actual boot camp where we were supposed to be actually directed into, you are put into another quadrant where it's everyone that starts at the same time and they're put together. At around that time is when I started to realize that a lot of the things that they made me sign off on at that very last day that I was taken to where I was going to be stationed at for basic. They made me sign it very literally last minute, so I never read what it was, and it was literally like tests that I was supposed to take that they're swearing that I passed it and I didn't. I was not physically fit back then. It didn't matter if I was 130, 140 soaking wet, and I can guarantee you I am more healthy, more agile, more physically fit than I was when I was 17. So off rip, it already started off with a lie. As I said also in my on my social media, the thing that we signed, the oath, it actually scared the shit out of me because it was something that was never told to us. It was literally like, okay, who's leaving today? All you guys come into this room. Here you go. This is an oath. You have to abide by this oath. We are all gonna read it together, and then you're gonna sign it, and then you're gonna go. That was it. And I don't fully remember the entire oath. I just remember knowing that I am signing this, and it may not seem like much to most people, but to me, it seemed like a lot because I am signing this with my soul. You are telling me, by God. I don't believe in the God that is in the Bible. I don't believe in it. I believe that it's all one thing. And you're telling me that you're basically telling me to sign something where my soul does not contract to this. But I was already so afraid because I had, for numerous times, kept being told not to go. There was so many things that happened before I actually signed that piece of paper that I was kind of like, I don't want to be a quitter, basically. Something kept telling me, and then more and more stuff started to reveal itself where I was like, I can't do this. Um, but once I got into the actual basic, I started to get super duper sick. When we got to actual basic, that is the first time ever in my life that I've dealt with insomnia. I found every which thing to 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 say that this is the reason why I cannot sleep. I would constantly get in trouble because I would not go to sleep, and they would not understand why. They didn't it's not that they didn't understand. They didn't give a fuck why I was not going to sleep. It was, you should be in your bed, in your bunk bed, and that's it. I remember there were so many things that were just red flags, but the number one thing that really pissed me off to the point where it's like I started crying, because I think this was the first time ever in the history of my life where I couldn't put my hands on nobody. I couldn't really yell at anybody because they were just doing their job. This is what they told them to do. But being from the hood, you start to realize that you become very what's the word I'm looking for? Protective of your shit, basically. And I've always been like that because you end up being in that lack of mentality. So you start telling yourself, this is mine. How dare you touch it? So I was already very upset throughout the whole training process because of the way they were treating us. But there was just this one time where I don't fully remember what happened. I just remember standing there looking at them, going through my belongings, going through my dirty laundry, going through my bunk bed, fucking up all my stuff, reading absolutely every single thing that is in there. Um, and it hit me like I have nothing. I can't even have my own mentality because y'all are telling me who I need to be. And even when you tell me I have a choice, you still find other people to come behind me and tell me, how dare you think you have a choice? You are a part of us now and you have to do what they told you to do. I guarantee you, I was so annoying to them because I didn't give a fuck what they told me. I would still do shit. I would do laundry at night. I didn't give a fuck. When we weren't supposed to be doing that. We were supposed to be asleep. And it got to the point where it was so bad that I would end up being smoked for absolutely no reason, and I would literally allow them to smoke me. Go ahead and smoke me. Say what do it. I'll do whatever you tell me to do, but give me that respect afterwards to tell me what did I do wrong for you to smoke me. And they could never tell me what. They would just laugh. And to the point where it was just like, I don't have time to keep going back and forth with you at this point because y'all only give us a certain amount of time to do absolutely anything, so I have to go. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I'm trying to say as much as I can before it's so much that I feel like I have to write a whole story about it in order for you guys to know. I'll tell bits and pieces in social media, but so basically, I got very ill. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, but it was like my body could not my body could not absorb the nutritions of the bullshit that they kept feeding me, to the point where I was becoming physically ill and mentally ill. I could not go to sleep. If I did sleep, I could barely breathe. I would wake up out my sleep trying to breathe. Um, I dreamt every single day that my sister was trying to kill me. I felt like every single thing that they taught us was either how to break us or killing. That's it. That's all we needed to know. How keep fucking with us till they break us, and you gotta kill. That's it. That's all you need to know. And they're just gonna keep trying to do it to the point where it's just you. And when I was almost ready to leave, as I said, I got tired of it. I kept thinking of killing. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do anything. So I said, what is the best way of me to get out of here? I used to pray every fucking day so hard. And this is why at first it was kind of hard for me to say negative things about the military, because it really helped me with my faith. It helped me realize that no matter what, I have my faith, and with my faith, I can do absolutely any fucking thing. You could try me if you want, but at the end of the day, you're not gonna get me. So my faith got stronger and stronger every single day. All throughout the day was me praying, me asking God to get to tell me what to do. And I was like, if I can fucking go through this, because it was literally like I can feel just throughout my entire body how I was being taken advantage of and being told who I needed to be. It was like they were trying to suck up absolutely everything that was of me to be shaped into what they wanted me to be. And I couldn't take it. So after a while, I said, God revealed to me, if you just, mind you, I already had these dreams before I got there. I already knew I was supposed to be there. There was a reason why I needed to be there. And I'm starting to realize that this is exactly why I needed to be there, because I'm not allowing this to happen to anyone else. So God told me, they kept telling you to lie, and now that you're telling them the truth, they don't want to allow you to leave. So now tell them the truth. There's one thing that they cannot accept, and that's the fact that you are gay. So I found a way to for them to find out that I was gay. And one of my other battle buddies that I started with, that was in another platoon, I told her to make sure that her drill sergeant knew, because I knew her drill sergeant was the most asshole of all of them. Our drill sergeants just went along with what they were told, but I knew that the other drill sergeants were more so obsessed with power and wanted you to just agree to what the military tells you to the T. So I asked her to make sure one of her drill sergeants seen it. I see her like a couple days later, and I'm like, "Did you make sure?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm 100% sure that my drill sergeant saw it." I'm like, "Don't nobody think like me," so I'm like, "There's no fucking way that you did it for sure." So what she tells me is she sent it. She put it underneath the their door, their office door, and she wrote on my letter saying, "I don't think that this is appropriate to be into the army," something of that nature. And they found out. I was so happy. Like, I would never in my life think that somebody snitching on me would make me that fucking happy, but I was ecstatic, and she was happy for me. And she was like, you know, "Don't forget me when you go. Keep me in your prayers," or whatever. And I was like, "Girl, you will forever be," you know. She was the in between to get me out of there. Um, I didn't know that they were gonna make me sign this waiver, which basically told me I was not able to, in those 4 years that I was enlisted, that I was not able to have any physical contact with the same sex. It was more to it, but I think that's one of the ones that kind of like really fucked with me. I'm gonna try my very best, because a lot of those paperwork that I do have, I made sure that someone else had it, just because I know people. I've been fucked within these last couple years, so I know that I'm being watched. So if I find that, I will definitely post it. Um, in order for you to be taken out, they make you do a mental eval. I didn't know that either. Well, the mental eval was August 9th. Mind you, they wasted a lot of time. I was waiting for a good time to be taken out. August 9th, which is my sister's birthday. Like I said, I'll never forget all of this, because it was something that was deeply like bothering the fuck out of me. And for it to be on my sister's birthday, I was like, wow. This is before I had my son, man. My son was born a week after her. But yeah, I see the med doctor, the field, whatever the fuck they're called over there, and and he tells me, I tell him everything. I'm quite sure I told him more shit that I can remember at this moment. I'm trying my very best to figure out any which way to continuously remember everything that I've forced myself to forget, because I knew it would fuck with my mind. But what's the last thing I was saying? Oh, so we do the evaluation, and I tell him, how everything that I was going through, and he just looked at me. And it wasn't like, regular. I still remember he was in a regular ass schmegler office, a little ass desk, and I was just sitting next to him, and he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and he's just like, literally just like this. Well, Meriwether, I see that you are depressed, but you're gonna be depressed even after you leave out of here. And that was it. That was it. He told me to. I left, and no one wanted to tell me anything, and I didn't have the energy that I have now to fight because they fought me before I got a chance to fight. They lied to me, and that's another reason why I hate liars, because they lied to me in so many fucking ways. And even when I confronted them about it, no one did anything about it. When I was taking out, when the last day that I was waiting to get on the bus, one of the drill sergeants that I saw in the pre-basics, which had me smoked and everything, telling me I had lipstick on. Mind you, back then I didn't even know about makeup. Just because I have black lips, she thought I had lipstick on. She looked me dead in my face. She's Trinidadian. Mind you, almost every different culture, different race or whatever ethnicity, they always seem to think I am one of them. Puerto Rico, they think I'm them. Trinidad, they think I'm them. Jamaicans, they think I'm them. Belize, they think I'm them. Haitians, they think I'm them. So one of the last things that I heard, and I really wanted to punch in the face when she said it, right before I got on the bus, she tells me, Meriwether, you're gonna end up coming right back. Watch. And I wanted to be like, how dare you? How dare you put that out there to tell me that I'm gonna come back to this shit show, this shit that I've been trying to fight to get away from for the longest. So ever since then, I have really bad insomnia, and I've been trying to fight it since I've left. I tried to go to the guy that signed me up. He was no longer living there. I asked him for my medical records. I waited over a year, and they sent me the wrong thing. They did a lot of things to fuck with me so that I wouldn't keep going, or I wouldn't keep fighting, or I wouldn't. They tell me that I haven't hit the 180 days, so it doesn't matter. I'm not really a vet, even though all of the shit that they've done to me. I've spoken to people that they call crazy, that's on the streets, that actually has money and is just crazy because of everything that they dealt with in the military. I spoke to my advocate today, and I have a voicemail with him saying these things. There was a discrepancy in my paperwork. In 2017, 2018, I filed for disability through the military. And they kept denying it. And he kept going up and asking them like what was going on. And I would try to figure out what was going on. And he tells me the problem of why it didn't go through was because they said that what we gave them was blank. And he literally tells me that the paperwork that he has, the same copy of what he gave them, has all the information that they need. And he is telling me, he's basically chuckling to me about the fact that this is nothing new, that people haven't gone through this for the longest, and it's been years for some people that he knows that are supposed to be getting their benefits, but they keep trying to find a way to go around it. And he tells me, well, you have to think of it as an insurance, that they're going to find every which way to fight it. Now, all of my videos, everything that I'm doing now, everything that I'm going to do has nothing to do with money. Honestly, I don't give a fuck about money. I could live on the streets, and I know for a fact I'll make it. I'll be good. And I don't even have to be on the streets. I know I'll be good either way. But my whole thing is, I'm fucking tired of y'all niggas saying that this is normal. I'm tired of motherfuckers saying that, well, that's just how the military is. I'm tired of every fucking vet complaining about shit, but saying, oh, well, that's just how it is. What you gonna do? I'm tired of motherfuckers telling me you just one person. I can't do anything. I don't want to hear this no more. And I definitely don't want anyone else to go through what I went through, especially young teenagers out the hood. Because as I said, when I enlisted, that was us. It was basically minorities that were teens. I don't want one more person to think that they're gonna make a big life change because of the military, because the military don't give two flying fucks about you. The government don't give two flying fucks about you. I have been on over 20 different medications because they told me I was depressed instead of listening to what the fuck I went through. And guess what? Big Pharma fucked me the fuck up. My fingers are completely messed up because of some type of infection that I keep getting. I have to do a deep liver cleanse because of all the medication that has fucked up my body. I have thyroid issues because of all the medication that they continue to give to me. Both the military have and citizens, the civilian doctors have. But if you guys realize Big Pharma is fucking real, it's a part of the government, it's a part of a bigger picture. They're trying to fuck us up. I have been physically ill with so many different ailments, so many different things that has happened to me. But because I am young, they look at me like I'm fucking crazy and I'm just stressed out and it doesn't make no sense on why the fuck I feel this way. And because they can't figure it out, they just tell me it's all in my mind. I'm sick of it. And I know for a fact that there's gazillions of you guys out there that is happening the same thing. And I'm done. I'm not doing it no more. I don't give a fuck what happens. Understand me when I say that I'm here for the culture and for the people that can't speak. I don't give a fuck how many years of my life I have to dedicate to stop the bullshit that continues to happen day in and day out that no one seems to speak up about. Understand me, I'm here. And you will not silence me, regardless. My story is gonna hit every fucking corner of this world because this is not gonna happen anymore. I will start picketing. I will start doing a lot of things. So I hope that everyone that's in my inbox, like, I'm so proud of you. Oh, let's talk. I don't give a fuck about all that. How about I need y'all to inbox me again and tell me I still got your back. Let me know whatever you need. At this very moment, I'm thinking of everything that I'm about to do. I will be making a list. I will be breaking it down. But as I said, I'm already to the point where I will be picketing. I have already spoken to a couple journalists. I'm not playing. Okay? So if you guys have something that you want to add on, let me know. If you are backing me up, let me know so that I can get in contact with you so I can explain to you what you can also do to help this cause. Because I'm tired of seeing these vets that are treated like shit because it's supposedly being in the military is just a job, and it's not. It's way more than a job. You're fucking selling your soul to be a part of this shit. And then you're treated like you're fucking crazy. Sick of it. I'm sick of females being treated like less than because they are a fucking female, and then you can't speak up because you being emotional or you being this, you being that. I'm done with this shit. My name is Tatiana Merriweather. I don't give a fuck if you remember my name, but remember my story. I'm not playing no more. And I'm not allowing this to happen any fucking more.